66 million years ago, a single day changed the course of life on Earth forever. It marked the final chapter for the dinosaurs, a group that had ruled the planet for over 160 million years. What happened on that last day was violent, fast, and unimaginably devastating. It all began when a massive asteroid, roughly 10 to 12 kilometers wide, about the size of Mount Everest, came hurtling toward Earth at more than 40,000 miles per hour. This space rock, now known as the Chicxulub asteroid, struck what is now the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. The impact released energy equivalent to 10 billion Hiroshima bombs, so powerful that it triggered global chaos within minutes. At ground zero, everything was vaporized instantly. The asteroid dug a crater over 110 miles wide and nearly 20 miles deep, one of the largest impact craters on Earth. The heat from the impact was so intense that wildfires were sparked thousands of miles away. Evidence suggests that some parts of the world, like North America, were set ablaze within minutes. Ash and soot filled the skies, blocking out the sun and plunging the planet into a sudden darkness. Recent discoveries show that within the first 24 hours, over 75% of all plant and animal species in North America were wiped out. Fossils unearthed at Tanis, a site in North Dakota, show fish that were blasted with molten glass beads from the impact tiny glass spheres called tektites. These tektites were launched into the sky, some of them reaching space before falling back to Earth like deadly rain. The fish fossils at Tanis were found with these beads in their gills, showing they died just minutes after the asteroid struck. Tsunamis triggered by the impact were hundreds of feet high. They raced across oceans at the speed of a jetliner, devastating coastlines worldwide. Sediment layers around the world show signs of these megawaves, even as far as what is now New Zealand and Europe. But the most deadly effects weren't immediate. Over the next few hours and days, Earth's atmosphere changed. Soot, sulfur, and carbon from the fires and impact plume formed a thick, choking cloud. It wrapped around the globe, blocking sunlight for months or even years. This plunge into darkness caused a phenomenon scientists call an impact winter. Global temperatures dropped by as much as 15 degrees Celsius. Without sunlight, photosynthesis stopped, plants died, herbivores starved, then the carnivores followed. Ocean ecosystems collapsed too. Plankton, tiny floating organisms at the base of the marine food chain vanished. Without plankton, fish and marine reptiles had nothing to feed on. Over 90% of marine species were driven to extinction. The extinction event, known as the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction, or KPG boundary, wiped out about 75% of all life on Earth. That included the iconic dinosaurs Tyrannosaurus rex, Triceratops, Velociraptor, and countless others. But not all life died. Some species survived, most notably small mammals, birds, and certain reptiles. The key to survival? Being small, adaptable, and able to live underground or underwater, where the surface devastation was less immediate. Birds, in fact, are the only living descendants of dinosaurs. So technically, dinosaurs are still among us. Every time you see a pigeon, a hawk, or even a chicken, you're looking at a distant cousin of the mighty T-Rex. What makes the last day of the dinosaurs so fascinating is how precise our understanding has become. For decades, scientists debated the cause. Some believed it was volcanic activity from the Deccan Traps in India. But the discovery of iridium-rich layers worldwide and the Chicxulub crater confirmed the asteroid theory. Iridium is a rare element on Earth, but common in asteroids. A thin global layer of iridium marks the KPG boundary in rock layers across the planet. It serves as a cosmic fingerprint, a timestamp of the moment the asteroid hit. The fossil evidence at Tanis is especially remarkable because it preserves what is believed to be the exact day of the impact. Fossils show animals frozen in time, buried under a mixture of impact debris, mud, and glass. It's one of the most detailed records of a mass extinction ever discovered. Imagine that scientists have been able to piece together the very moments following the impact, almost like forensic detectives. They can tell you where the waves rolled in, how long the glass fell from the sky, and how quickly the animals perished. The asteroid impact wasn't just a planetary tragedy, it was also the beginning of something new. In the wake of the extinction, mammals began to rise. Within a few million years, they diversified, adapted, and eventually gave rise to humans. So, in a way, we owe our existence to that final day of the dinosaurs. Without that asteroid, mammals might have stayed in the shadows, and dinosaurs could still rule the Earth. Studying that last day isn't just about looking back, it's about preparing for the future. Earth is constantly bombarded by space rocks. Most burn up in the atmosphere, but some are large enough to be dangerous. NASA and other space agencies are actively tracking thousands of near-Earth objects. In 2022, NASA successfully tested its DART mission, slamming a spacecraft into an asteroid to alter its trajectory, a real-life attempt to prevent it. Chicxulub 2.0. It's science fiction turned science fact. So, the story of the dinosaurs' last day is more than ancient history. It's a sobering reminder of how fragile life is, how quickly everything can change, and how science helps us uncover the truth, minute by minute, fossil by fossil. And that's how we uncover the secrets of the last day of the dinosaurs. A day filled with fire, darkness, extinction, and the seeds of a new world that would one day include us.